Morning. So happy Friday everyone. Made it through another week, that is good. Hope you've been enjoying the breathing and maybe practicing it some more each day into each area of the lungs, getting that lung capacity up, increasing the energy in the body. So I hope you've been enjoying. So today really is quite short, but we'll be using sound when we breathe. So we'll breathe into the different parts of the lungs and we'll use the different hand gestures to do that. And when we breathe out, we'll be making the corresponding sound, ah, oo, and then we join it together. So we're chanting the Aum or Om sound. Really lovely way to start the day. It really does raise our vibrations, and after we've done it we can feel the vibrations throughout the body, really relaxing and energizing too. So really good thing to do every day if you can. A lovely way to start the day. Alright, well we'll just start by sitting quietly as normal. So just coming to sit in a cross-legged position, or however you want to, and again this can all be done in a chair today, so if you're sitting in a nice straight back chair that's fine. So just sitting comfortably, and we'll just interlink the fingers so the right fingers are over left, and just rest them in the lap. And just make sure your shoulders are nice and relaxed and down, and your back is straight, and your head is up, and we'll just close the eyes for a few moments. And just bring our awareness into ourselves, into our body, and focusing now on the breath. So we're breathing deeply through the nostrils. So as you breathe in, feeling the cool air going in through the nostrils, feeling the air catch at the back of the throat. And as you breathe out, warm air coming out through the nostrils. And taking nice deep breaths. And watching the chest rise and fall as you breathe in and as you breathe out. And being aware of the lungs as three-dimensional. So as you breathe in, imagine the lungs filling like a balloon in all directions. And as you breathe out, the lungs like a balloon deflating in all directions. So anchoring the mind on the breath and observing the movement the body makes in time with the breath. Slowing the breath and slowing the mind. Breathing deeply. Breathing consciously. Keeping the eyes closed, let's bring the palms together at the chest. We're going to chant Om 3 times to start the class, and then I'm also going to do the Guru Gayatri chant, which I do at the beginning of class. So perhaps you could just join into the 3 Oms to get yourself warmed up for later. So breathing in. Parampariyaya vidmahe Tanno Guru Prachodayate Om. Alright, opening the eyes. So that's the chant we're doing in class, which you may know. It's actually an invocation to all the gurus that have come before and have passed on all these teachings, so thanking them and inviting them into this space to help us when we do our practices. So it's really lovely. Alright, so we're going to move on to the breathing, and I say we're going to use the sound as well. So we're on Facebook Live, so I can't hear you at all, so you don't need to worry about any embarrassment. People are often embarrassed to make the sounds and feel they're a bit silly, but they serve many purposes. Each sound we're going to use is going to correspond with a different area of the lungs. So ah for low, oo for mid, and for upper. And that sound vibrates around the different areas of the body, as we've talked about before, increasing the energy in the body. And overall, it's a lovely calming effect as well. And on another sense, we're raising our vibrational awareness, because our Aum is the sound of the universe. So we'll do each sound in turn, and then we'll bring them all together. So we breathe in for 6, and then we breathe out for as long as we can, making that sound. So this time we're going to use the hand gestures rather than, as we did before, we were placing our hands on the areas of the lung. This time we're going to use the hand gestures, which I did reference before. And these actually tell our brains that we're breathing into the different parts of the lungs. It's really quite fascinating. I can't go into it all right now because there's a whole thing on it, but it's amazing. So we're going to breathe into the lower lung first, and we're going to use Chin Mudra. And this is where we bring the thumb and the forefinger together on both hands. Sorry, work out the camera. And then the other 3 fingers are just out straight. Okay, so the tips of the thumb and the forefinger together in a nice circle, and the 3 fingers out straight. And you're going to rest those on the tops of your thighs. So just at the top of the thighs, those circles at the top, and then the fingers pointing sort of like they would become a triangle if you followed the line of the fingers. Alright, so you can be sitting in a chair for this, or sitting on the knees. I think cross-legged it would be a bit hard. Alright, so we're going to do it 3 times, so we'll breathe really deeply, feeling the lower lung inflate as we breathe in, so focusing there, and as we breathe out we're going to make the sound ah for as long as we can. Alright, so closing the eyes, so just breathe out first. So breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathing in. So we're going to move on to the mid lung now. So keeping the thumb and the forefinger together, you're going to bring the other 3 fingers into the palm. So you've got a fist, but then you've got your thumb and your forefinger still as circles. So this is Chinmaya Mudra. We place that on top of the thighs like the other one, and this is telling our brain that we're going to breathe into the mid-chest area. So focusing our mind there. And when we breathe out, the sound we're going to make is ooh. You need to purse your lips into a nice circle so you can make a really good ooh sound, and then feel the vibrations in the middle of the body, the mid-chest area. So closing the eyes, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathing in, 2, 3, 6. Breathing in. Okay, so hopefully you felt the mid-chest there really filling and really emptying on that really long breath out. So we're going to do the upper lung now. So now you bring the thumbs into the palms and wrap the fingers around the thumbs. So you're making fists, turning them over, bringing them onto the top of the thighs. This is called Adi Mudra. So this is bringing the air or the breathing into the top of the lungs, that really hard to reach area. And this one is particularly good because it governs around the head area. So for headaches, for stress, for anything like that, doing this is really going to help clear the head. And you'll feel it vibrating also in the nasal sort of passages. So any congestion, this is going to help as well. All right, so on the out breath, the sound is so it's a really sort of a humming sound, and you'll really feel that buzzing in the head. All right, so closing the eyes. So breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathing in. And what's probably interesting is that you'll notice after the 3 different areas, one area might feel a lot harder to make that sound for a longer time, so therefore you've got less capacity in that area, a bit more strained. So maybe that's the area to focus on in your breathing practices. Alright, so we're going to do the whole breath, the grand yoga breath, and chant the Pranava Aum, so bringing all the sounds together. So this is a really, really lovely thing to do. So we keep the hands in that Adi Mudra, so thumb into the palms, fingers curled round. But then we bring the hands in front of the waist into Brahma Mudra. So the fists are at the waist, just resting lightly on the body. Make sure the first 2 fingers are completely touching. And this is Brahma Mudra, and will enable us to breathe, or help us to breathe throughout all of the lungs, breathing low, mid and upper, and breathing out the same way. So this time we breathe in for 6, and as we breathe out we'll make the sounds ah, oo and consecutively, and they will all come into one lovely sound, the sound of the Pranava Aum. So we'll do that 3 times. So closing your eyes, relaxing, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathing in. And just rest the hands in the lap now. Keep the eyes closed and just bring the breathing back to normal and just sit quietly for a moment, noticing the feeling of the body, the energy in the body, and just letting the vibration and the sound just permeate around the body, relaxing every cell, improving our well-being and raising our vibration. And then opening the eyes. So just to finish off a final practice, just doing Mukha Brastrika to blast the air out of the tops of the lungs, as we do after any pranayama practice. We've done a lot of deep breathing, so just to get rid of any stale air trapped that didn't quite make it out. So if you're sitting in a chair, you can just carry on sitting in a chair and bring your head down as we blast the air out, otherwise sitting on the heels. So we take a nice deep breath in, breathing in, pursing the lips together and blasting out and down. Head down, lift the head, breathing in, coming all the way back up. And then once more, again, blasting out and down. Head down. And then lift the head, breathe in, coming all the way back up. And last time now, blasting out. And just leaving the head down for a moment, and if you're on your knees, just bringing your hands to the soles of the feet, let the elbows drop down. Just relaxing. And then lifting the head up, breathing in, coming all the way back up. And then just coming into a comfortable seat. Maybe not on the knees, because you've been on the knees a long time. And just to finish, we'll just close the eyes and just sit quietly for a minute. And in a moment, I'll just chant the universal prayer, as we're in a chanty mood today. Get them all in, because they are lovely. So just sitting quietly, letting the body and the mind and the breath keep that lovely relaxing feeling that we've created. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Sarve Janaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. Well, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found it a relaxing start today. Maybe something you might want to do a bit more of. You can carry on sitting there for as long as you're allowed to, or as long as you want to. Just try and keep that relaxing feeling and those good vibrations throughout your day. And thanks so much for joining me. Bye.